All right. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday and happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for joining us for Hosteeva's and Lock and Learn number 17, where we're talking about how guest travel insurance and staying protected and guest experience. So I'm really excited to have Tony, is it Santilli?
You got
I just realized I've never said your last name.
it.
Santilli from Generali on with us today. Generali has been, a great partner of Hosteeva, not only for, being an integration partner that we just launched off, but, we are a full service property manager and we use Generali. And Tony, introduce yourself.
Great, Talia. Thank you. Yes, happy to be here. I have my red on for Valentine's Day as well too, and we're here to highlight not only our partnership, which is great, and we're kicking it off, but also travel insurance and why you should be thinking about offering it to your guests. As Talia said, my name is Tony Santilli. I'm Director of Sales with Generali Travel Protection, and I do have a brief PowerPoint to go over to talk more about our partnership as well as offering travel insurance to your guests.
Love that. Love that. Well, while you pull up that presentation, the reason we really wanted to talk about this today is because there's all these extra add-ons, right, during the booking process that you're adding on, and you're like fees and protection and insurance and who needs to have it and why, and when do you need to start thinking about travel insurance and adding that on as a property manager or host, would you say?
Yeah, certainly. So travel insurance is mainstream. Uh, Guests that are looking to book any type of vacation around the world are asked the question during their checkout process. All the major airlines do it, all the major cruise lines do it, all the OTAs as well too. So if you're not doing it, there is a part where you're not satisfying a guest's want, a want to protect their vacation. Secondly, there's a revenue aspect from it. So offering travel insurance to your guests not only protects the guest, protects the owner, and protects yourself, it will add a revenue stream to your bottom line as well too.
That's great to know. And
Mhm.
you need to be thinking about travel insurance and offering to your travelers, no matter what. Like even like if you're this is direct bookings, right? And even for OTAs, right? It's thinking of it. Your home is a business, and the
Mhm.
property manager is a business. So no matter we're talking to everyone, right, who has an STR or that extra unit. Great, awesome. Now we can see the
Okay.
presentation. Talk us through this.
Great, great. Yes. So, the role of travel protection, how it works for your business, how it works for guests, and how it works with Hosteeva. So I put together a little presentation. Not going to spend a ton of time on myself, but that's me, everyone. And I've been in the travel insurance industry for about 20 years, hospitality and tourism for about 25.
And
So.
if you've ever seen Tony and you don't know, you're like I've seen this guy at a conference, like I would say he's somebody you could just tap on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, I want to meet you
Yeah,
and have a great conversation."
I certainly appreciate that. Yeah, I do attend a number of trade shows, so uh, by all means, stop by and say hello if you're out in one of those trade shows. Um, in today's session, this is kind of what we're going to go through as far as travel insurance. We want to discover how you offer travel insurance, how you can boost guest confidence, how it helps to increase bookings, but more importantly, on the back end, the key benefits of travel insurance for your guests, for the owners you represent, and for the units that you manage as well too.
It's hitting all areas, all every person
Exactly.
that in our travel, guests, and owners.
Yes. So we'll go through that. We'll go through a little bit about the numbers of travel insurance and what attach rate is and things of that nature. We'll go through online presentations. In today's world, as I said earlier, travel insurance is mainstream, and so there's various different online presentations that have been tested in the industry. And so we're going to go through a few of those to show you what you want to look for if you're selling travel insurance in an online format. And then we'll show you some tools that Generali shares with their partners, and then we'll summarize it. Who are we? Generali Global Assistance. We're positioned as the number one U.S. travel insurance provider in the market. We care about our business that we deliver to our people. We started as CSA Travel Protection back in 1991. So some of you out there might remember CSA Travel Protection. Generali acquired CSA back in 2010 and has been over the course of the last 5 years transitioning the name of CSA to Generali. Notably, some of the clients that we work with, besides Hosteeva, we work with some of the larger travel suppliers, not only in the vacation rental space, but also in travel in general.
That's what I was about to ask. If it was just vacation
Yeah.
rental, so y'all cover all areas of
Yeah,
travel.
we cover all areas, exactly. So, as the leading provider of vacational insurance, number one, we're a full service provider. And what does that mean? That means that not only Generali is the underwriter, we're also the broker and the agent. So, a one-stop shop, all under one roof. We handle all of our claims. We handle all of our customer service. Absolutely nothing is outsourced. So when you pick up a phone to call Generali, you're calling one of our offices in the country. We process our claims, and our customer service department is located in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Um, Underwriting and executive staff is located in San Diego. So we
Oh,
are
nice.
a full stop travel insurance provider. Our focus is on the customer journey, and that brings in our integration that we have with Hosteeva. We want to make it so that when a guest purchases a travel insurance program, they are notified real time of the details of the program and their policy. So our integration with Hosteeva allows that to happen. Once a policy is sold, an email is sent to that guest real time, not only with their policy number, all of the policy details, and how to file a claim, how to go onto our e-claims platform, all of that nature. So that software integration that we have
Mm.
is paramount in the industry. Online, we're the online experts as well too. Like I said later in this presentation, I will show some of the online presentations of travel insurance, and of course, wouldn't be remiss without saying we are happy to have our integration with Hosteeva. So,
We are as well.
yes, great. So, importance of guest confidence and why travel protection. We kind of look at this as the triple win here. Number one, offering travel insurance helps protect your guest reservations. Some of these guests that are coming to stay with you in your homes and your condos, this may be their only vacation of the year. You know, they may be spending 5, 10, $15,000 on this vacation. If they can't go on their vacation and they are subsequently going to lose that investment they make on their vacation, that's bad. So travel insurance steps in, and we create a win-win scenario, not only just for the guest, but also for you as a property manager. You can keep the rental income, share that with your owner if that's what you need to do.
Right. You can think about that whole
Yep.
experience too, right?
Yep.
Because if somebody has some situation come up and they're asking you for a refund, I know everyone's like, hey, abide by the policy, but there's something you have to think about as a person, right? And what do you do? What's going on? You offer this. This is, this is a peace of mind for yourself and for your traveler. If anything comes up, you are thinking what's best for that person. You don't have to make the decision, right? They've got insurance. You gave them ability to basically be proactive.
Yes, most definitely. Travel insurance also steps in when people are on their trip as well, too, providing crucial benefits while they're on their trip, such as travel delay, baggage delay,
Mhm.
rental car coverage. All of those are
I didn't even
features
think
of
of
the
all that.
policy as well,
That's
too.
crazy.
Yeah, medical and dental coverage should somebody slip or fall or get sick, travel insurance steps in to cover that. It's really designed to make the guest whole should something happen before, during, or after their trip. Um, Secondly, it adds additional income. With the sale of each travel insurance policy, property managers can make commission. So by making commission on every booking that books travel insurance, that obviously helps the bottom line. The beauty of this is there's no cost to get set up with us. So if people are out there thinking, oh, wow, it's going to cost $1,000 or $2,000, or no, there is absolutely no cost. We bring this service to you as a partner of Hosteeva. And so not only will it not cost anything, additional income will come to your bottom line. And last, and certainly not least, it's about meeting your guests' expectations. We talked earlier about the experience and travel in mainstream. Guests are being asked if they want to protect their trip, regardless of how they're booking their trip, where they're booking their trip.
Mhm.
So offering travel protection not only builds that trust, it elevates the guest experience and it encourages loyalty.
I'm putting, this all together. I think our last webinar that we had, we talked a lot about photos. We had like, a photography consultant on, and we were
Sure.
talking about how, the photo was the first step of making that memory. You're starting to make the memory for the guest that's coming. This insurance is almost that last and during step, but because they're buying it in the booking process, right? You're like basically finalizing that memory and letting them know it's okay to go ahead and do this, right? Let me put my anxiety aside. And then when they're on the trip, continuing. So this really is a huge part of how someone can feel during that experience.
Yes, most certainly. I mean, I could take up hours telling you stories of things that have happened with guests prior to going on vacation that are covered. The policy is basically set up to cover anything that's unforeseen or unexpected that might happen. So, yeah, most certainly. Uh, Next part, I want to talk about attach rate. This kind of hones in directly on the revenue that you can make as a partner of ours and Hosteva's to offer
Important
program.
stuff.
Yes, most definitely. So, in the industry, we have this word called attach rate, and that is basically the number of reservations that opt in to choose travel insurance versus the number of reservations that do not. Lately, over the past, uh, uh, say 3 years, data is coming in on your direct reservations. You can expect a 15 to 25% take rate. So we put this right down the middle in 20%. Take rates vary depending on where properties are located. Obviously, higher risk properties in coastal areas have a higher take rate. Properties that you have to fly to have a higher take rate, like Hawaii and places like that. So we'll average this out just to keep things simple and the math simple at a 20% attach rate. So if you have 100 reservations and you sell 20 policies, a 20% attach rate would mean a significant amount of revenue that's coming to your bottom line. The higher the attach rate, the more reservations that are insured and protected. Generali is here to help you with your attach rate. We're here to assist you with some of the tools that we have that will help you increase your travel insurance sales. Um, the online presentation, that's probably paramount in today's world. Years ago when I first started in this business, call centers were huge, and there was a big, these big call centers where these large vacational companies would have, 20 or 30 agents and calls. But now everything is kind of focused to online. So online presentation will set you up for your best chance to win in online presentations. Um, Introducing travel protection early with the relevant benefits is always good. Be transparent. Use simple language. Make a clear and impactful offer. Um, some partners of ours use social proof and testimonials, and then making the choice easy. All of this collectively is the best way to offer travel insurance
Mhm.
in an online format. And I do have some examples.
Oh,
And
awesome.
yes, so here we're partners with Airbnb, and this is an example of what Airbnb does as far as offering travel insurance. And what they offer travel insurance is, you see, it's a very clean presentation. At the bottom below, where the totals are, they ask the user, do you want to add travel insurance? They offer a few benefit statements here and then a box that they can clearly check. And when that box gets checked, it gets added to their reservation total. So not a lot of wordsmithing here, a lot of just kind of very short and concise statements. Um, Obviously, Airbnb is a very large company. They've A/B tested this
Right.
out the wazoo, and this seems to work best for them.
Typically, how much is the cost of insurance like a percentage of the booking? Because
Yeah,
that was
yeah. So the
$30.
cost of
Oh, wow.
insurance is roughly 7% of the booking. We've got a few plans that are a little bit more premium plans, but the average cost of the insurance is 7% of the booking total.
Mhm.
And as a user of Hosteeva, that's all going to be configured inside the system. You won't have to do that outside the system. It's all done.
Automatically done in there
Yep,
for you.
exactly. Another partner of ours, they go a little bit more in depth with some value statements here as far as going through the booking process. They recommend travel insurance as it's stated here. There's a clear yes option. The yes option shows the price of the travel insurance. I like this format because everything is on the same screen. So a
Hmm.
guest that is deciding whether he or she wants travel insurance can see that in this particular case, it costs $52.51, and it's going to protect $673 of their trip. It also another good example. This is another good example because it also brings up their deposit policy and their cancellation policy. It's all on one screen, and so the guests that are going through, they can make a defined decision on this.
Nice. This is really great
Yep.
examples. I looked on ours, on our
Yeah.
website. It's kind of like that, right? Where
Yeah.
it's just showing add it, don't add it, and
Yeah.
the price and what is in it, and a link to learn more.
Exactly, the link to, yeah. So that's another thing with this particular website here. They have a little green button, green symbol up there saying recommended. Lots
Hmm.
of our partners like to use colors, green for yes and red for no and things of that nature. Value statements, but clearly here they have links so guests can learn more while they're in their booking path. And those links just have our pop-up windows. They don't take them somewhere else. It keeps them on the site. So this particular scenario is laid out really well too. They give looks like a testimonial from Joel L. in the United States that this is the
Oh, I didn't even notice
yeah,
that. That's really cool.
yeah. And
Having
so
that.
that's another thing that you can do is put in testimonials from your your reviews, things of that nature. Once again, as a partner of ours, we'll help you out to formulate your presentation. We do that through these tools. So we have a portal. All of our partners are given information on how to access our portal. The portal has really been designed by our partners over the years, asking us questions and submitting suggestions to us.
Mhm.
So in our portal, we provide sales scripts. So should you have agents speaking on the phone, we train them so that they know how to offer insurance in a compliant manner. We have second chance email campaigns that you can put together and send out to your guests that help your attach rate tremendously by reaching out to guests post transaction and offering them insurance. Certainly, we have information that you can add with your final payment reminders. That's always a good opportunity to increase your insurance sales. And just a host of resources that we have. We have all of these inside what we call our vacation rental toolbox, and all of our partners do have access to that. Also, in our toolbox, we help you out for those storms. I know we've got a couple of these winter storms going on right now. And so, those of you up in the north, we hope all is well. But we do have hurricane kits and winter storm kits. These help you to reach out to your guests in those times when evacuations are in place so that guests' claims are streamlined. We have a
Mhm.
full e-claims platform. So during these higher catastrophes where we see a tremendous amount more claims, getting guests to our e-claims platform gets them reimbursed the fastest.
Nice.
Hmm So to summarize, we went over who we are. Generali, we're the number one travel insurer here in the United States. We talked about the importance of guest confidence and protection and how travel insurance is mainstream. So no one should be afraid to offer it or afraid to ask the question because that question is being asked anytime a guest picks up their iPad or their phone and decides to book a vacation. Benefits, obviously, there's a host of benefits for offering travel insurance, benefits to the guests, benefits to the owners you represent, and certainly benefits to yourself along with that additional income.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about attach rate and why that's important and how to maximize that attach rate, especially through online presentations. We'll certainly work with you in your online presentation to make that as robust as possible. We showed you our toolbox and solutions for property managers to be successful. So if you're ready to make travel protection part of your success story, we'd certainly love to partner with you. We're happy to be connected in integration with Hosteeva and hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah, Tony, that was absolutely great.
Yeah.
I definitely did not know as much as you have just shared with us about Generali, and
Mhm.
I'm loving this all-in-one insurance and y'all's guest experience and sales and customer support for your team. Definitely great partners with an all-in-one platform like Hosteeva. But I really appreciate you sharing this with us today. Before we wrap up, is there anything that you would want to like share with someone? Number one thing that property managers should be thinking about. And in my mind, the number one thing is this is free to you as a property manager.
Correct. Yeah.
You could be making money. Like all this is there's a team who's going to add something on for you, right? That's going to help
Yeah.
protect the traveler and yourself and your teams, and your mind, your sanity.
Yeah. Yeah. So in closing, I mean, couple of things, three or four things. Number one, don't be scared to offer travel insurance because it's out there. It's easy. I'm telling you, it's as easy as a a DocuSign agreement between our two companies and getting started. Uh, Using Hosteeva makes it even easier because everything is processed through the system. The system takes care of emailing the guests to buy policies. The system generates an invoice that we send to you at the end of each month that shows all the people that bought policies, the revenue that you made, and how much how many travel insurance policies you sold. It's super easy. Do yourself a favor and get signed up so that you can, number one, start protecting your guests, your owners, and make some revenue yourself.
And so if somebody wanted to get in touch with you guys, other than reaching out to me through this webinar and me sending it over to you, how would you get in touch with you?
Yeah, I think I ended the presentation just a little too early because I do have one more slide right there. That's how you would get a hold of us. There's a QR code. If you want to scan it, there is my direct cell phone number and my super long email address.
It is a very long email address. And I will make sure that this email address is in, any of the notes. So thank you so much for joining
Yes.
us, Tony. We appreciate everyone who has joined us and who is watching. If you have any questions about Generali or Hosteeva or really just vacation rentals in general, you can reach out to myself and my team that helps us launch this webinar on this podcast at wegotyou@hosteeva.com. I hope everyone has a happy Valentine's Day and that you accept this gift from me and Tony to give you peace of mind and safety this weekend.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate